Good morning. Welcome back to Coffee and Colorful Conversation. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully, we have a good connection. I had to come outside today. We're having some work done on the house. There's some oil paint happening, and the smell is awful, and they're in there working. So, I had to leave my office and come outside. So, I'm going to have a little bit of a Beyonce moment with the wind blowing my hair. But as you know, I don't like to ever miss my coffee chats. So we make it happen, we make it work no matter what. So if someone's on here, it looks like, well, if you can just tell me that you can see and hear me, I wanted to make sure that my sound is connected correctly. For some reason, I'm not seeing comments. Oh, there we go. I see it now. Carolyn said, good morning. Good morning. Finally can catch you. Can you hear me, Sylvia and Carolyn? Is my sound okay? Awesome. Thank you, Sally. Good morning. Hi, Stacy. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm excited to talk to you today about something new that I discovered. I wish that I had it in my arsenal 15 years ago, 20 years ago. We all have those moments when we look ahead at our book. We look at the week ahead, the month ahead, however far ahead you look. I was always looking ahead to make sure, especially once we started doing online booking, I would always look ahead to make sure that the clients had it booked properly. We like to do their color first and then their cut. Sometimes the client would book it the opposite way. So if we looked ahead, we were able to catch it and rearrange it and reach out to them. So it became a habit to always look ahead. And there's nothing worse than busy, 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 booked, 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 dead. You see like this dead week coming and you have that pit in your stomach. You know all the expenses that you have that don't go away. And instead of being like, yay, I have time off, I can get that project done at home, you're thinking, how the heck am I going to pay my bills that week? What am I going to do? And you go into panic mode and then you do desperate offers just to get bodies in there. And then you're annoyed when people come and they're coupon shoppers and they don't stay. And you know what I'm talking about. So we have to navigate a new normal, and it's not even a new normal, the new. Post COVID looks completely different than pre COVID for all of us in so many ways. For us, it's how we do our food shopping, different systems that we had in place completely changed during COVID, some for the better. We have no desire to ever go back into a supermarket again. We have Walmart delivery and our Publix delivers. So it's a small fee. To me, it's worth every penny to have our groceries delivered right to our door. It's three less steps. I always didn't understand why it was so complicated when you park your car and you go in and you pick something up off the shelf and you put it in a cart and then you take it out of the cart and you put it on that little runway thing at the register and then they pick it up and scan it and then either you or they put it in a bag and you put the bag back in the cart and you go back out to your car, take the bag, put it in your car, drive home, take it out of your car, put it on your counter, take it out of the counter, out of the bag, and put it away. That's too many steps, and I am too busy to spend my days off doing that. So when COVID encouraged, it gave people jobs because people that were laid off were able to do the deliveries. There was no barrier of entry. They weren't judged on whether they were good in school. They just had to have a valid driver's license and show up and be able to make a living during COVID delivering these groceries. So I felt good that I was supplying someone with a job and also receiving a convenience. So we stuck with it. We still do it. I mean, once in a while, the chicken we don't really love from the one source, so we'll go to a market and get organic chicken. So there are still some small trips, but small trips, little fill-in trips that we do now versus that big order every week. So in the salon, online booking was terrifying when we first did it. I mean, it was so long ago, I can't even remember, but it was terrifying because we are controlled. Well, I am a control freak, and most hairstylists want to be in control of their schedule. So they like to see that paper book and they like to be able to erase and move things around. So I still see on some forums people are terrified to let go and do online booking. I would be lost without it now. Each of our stylists have their schedule at their fingertips on their phone. They have access to the client base, to their formulas. Everything is in their phone. Gone are the days of, oh my gosh, I don't want my stylist to know their client's phone number. I don't want them to leave and take them with them. That's all over. Having suites pop up and the internet and Instagram and Facebook, most people's clients are all friends with them on social media, and they can get in touch with them whether you're blocking them from that resource or not. So a lot of time back when I was starting out 30 years ago as a salon owner, a lot of time and energy was wasted on being so protective of the information of the clients, and don't let anybody behind the desk to look at the book. That's none of their business. We control their book, and when they do this and that. And there was lots of non-compete agreements. You can't work within this many miles, and there was just commission wars and so many things. So a lot of people are blaming COVID for all of the disconnection in the industry. I say all of that disconnection was already there. All the issues were already there. COVID just put a huge magnifier on everything and made us slow down just long enough to see what we were doing that didn't make sense. So being afraid of online booking, not letting technology step in and make our lives easier. And then when people first went on their own, because they don't have a business background, they were a busy hairstylist that decided to go solo. You go into a suite model and you don't take advantage of technology, and you end up giving your clients your cell phone number. How many of you are watching this right now saying, oh my gosh, if I could turn back time and not do that, because clients are texting me when I'm having dinner with my family. Clients are texting me when I'm at the movies with my spouse or my boyfriend or girlfriend. It's so intrusive. They're texting me at midnight. They're calling me 6 a.m. You did that. You'll hear me often say, what we allow gets repeated. So you set that up when you gave them your number. If you just gave them your number and didn't say, I will be responding between the hours of this and this, or furthermore, even better, you set up a Google phone number that it will go to your phone, but it's not your personal number. Technology is there to make your life easier. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it and have the technology put up the boundaries for you. If you're wimpy and you're afraid to put up boundaries and you're afraid to tell Sally, you know what, Sally, that wasn't cool. When you texted me at 4 a.m., I was asleep. You need to say, if you want them to know your personal cell number, which I don't recommend, you need to say, I'm not a morning person and my phone will wake me up if you text me before this time. You need to set those boundaries. But of course, as usual, my ADD is in overdrive. I'm out of my normal spot. I'm all discombobulated and I'm high on paint fumes. So what I wanted to talk about is a new technology. Most of you probably have not heard of it. I was asked to blog for them. It's a company called Reach, R-E-A-C-H. They have come up with the ultimate in AI, artificial intelligence. Get used to that word because it's going to be everywhere. It's, I've been having some stomach issues. My whole entire Facebook feed is gut health, poop tests, diets for gut problems. It's all on there, from either me Googling it outside of Facebook or me talking about it to my family in front of my phone. Yes, that is a thing. And all of a sudden, every ad is geared towards what I was going through with my stomach. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this artificial intelligence is amazing and frightening at the same time. But this Reach, I don't know whether to call it an app or a product, this Reach technology is there for us as salon owners and suite owners and booth renters, whoever is in charge of how you take your appointments and how you fill your appointments. If you're a commissioned stylist, bring this information to the owner of your salon. You're going to want them to hear about it. So I am doing a free training with Reach on Monday. It's July 19th, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. I included the link to sign up in the title of this coffee chat. So if you go back after we finish, let me see if it'll let me comment. Probably not. It usually doesn't let me comment. Yeah, while we're live, it won't let me comment. But I'll make sure I add the link again. And if you, for some reason, can't find it, go to Instagram to Reach, REACH, by Octopi, OCTOPI, I think it is, Octopi. You'll see it when you type in Reach in Instagram. And the link in their bio is the link to sign up for my free webinar. So, what I'm going to be talking about on Monday is this product, but also all of the new technology that we as a salon, my Pennsylvania salon that my wonderful daughter now runs and operates, we have utilized so much technology as a result of COVID that has made our life so much easier that we're going to continue doing. So I'm going to talk on Monday about pricing, how to do proper pricing. A lot of you are not charging enough for your color services. Your color retouch should equate to 11 times the cost of your color. So if a tube of color is $8, your retouch with no haircut and no blow dry, in order for you to earn a proper living, should be $88 just to cover my roots, period. No refresh and glaze of the ends, no conditioning treatment, no haircut, no blow dry. That is the metric to be able to pay your rent, your insurance, your workman's comp, all of those things with running a business. That's how much a retouch should be. And I saw a post recently, someone was doing a poll of, what city do you live in and how much is your color retouch? And most of them hovered around the $35 range. So if a tube of color is $8 and you're only charging $35 for a retouch, especially if you are commissioned, let's do an example of 50% commission. At best, as a commissioned stylist, you're getting roughly $15 by the time any taxes are taken out. It's probably less than $15. And if you take an hour for a retouch, like I do, I schedule 1 hour appointments, that's only $15 an hour. I can make that working at Chick-fil-A. I don't want to stand on my feet and, have all these things happen to my body from giving my life over to the hair industry for $15 an hour. I won't be able to own a car. I won't be able to live on my own. I won't be able to have, be even able to go out to Chick-fil-A if I'm making $15 an hour. So most people will blame their location. Oh, I'm in a small little town in the middle of nowhere. I don't care where you are. Your color still costs $8 or whatever it is that it's costing you. The hair color manufacturers don't say, Billie Jean is in a small tumbleweed town. I'm only going to charge her $4 for that same tube of color that I charge someone in New York or LA $8. No, they have one set price. So why are we using that excuse that, I'm in a small town? It doesn't matter. If your work is on point and you're covering gray beautifully and you're caring for the hair fiber and making that client feel and look amazing, it should not be $35 at all. $35 should be the blow dry after the color. So enough about that. So we're going to do pricing. We're going to do new technology to make life easier in every way. How to do a client consent form for corrective color to protect yourself with your pricing and avoiding adjustments and clients not wanting to pay and complaining about the price. We're going to talk about recruiting new staff. We're going to be talking about new client acquisition, how to do staff meetings differently, just everything about the new normal 2021 and beyond that I've gone through in my own experience, as well as I've kind of taken the pulse of my members and my Hair Color Secrets Insider group, as well as other forums, just kind of checking in to see where are people in the new normal, what's going on and what is the new normal. So Reach is amazing, and I'm just going to tease it a little bit. It reaches out to your guests for you. If you do online booking, it sees what your trends are. How often does Sally normally come? Oh, she comes every 5 weeks. Elaine has an opening on this day. Sally doesn't have an appointment. It will automatically reach out to Sally and fill that appointment. And their satisfaction guarantee is you pay a monthly fee to have this service. If in that month you don't pay for the service with the filled appointments, if it doesn't exceed the paid appointments, so if you had an open space that would normally be $500 and that doesn't fill, you don't pay for the service that month. They're so sure that they're going to help you fill those seats that that's their guarantee. You have absolutely nothing to lose. Now, it is compatible with a lot of softwares, but not all. So the only reason for you to not have reach is if you cannot have reach. You happen to have a software that just does not compete with them yet. It's not compatible with them yet. A lot of software companies, I know mine, the company we use, is very stingy with who they'll share their space with. When Demand Force came out, and it was, to get reviews from clients and all that, I was all excited. I was at an inner coiffure event, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm signing up for this, only to find out that my software does not allow themselves to be connected to outside people. So I'm hoping that they'll come around with reach, because my salon would have been the first one to sign up. They have many, many users already. It's a brand new company, and they've already increased salons' income by over $1 million on lost time. Guys, once you have that empty spot, when you pick up your keys and you go to Starbucks or Marshall's, or one of the things with being outside in the humidity is I'm not having I did my hair just like I always do for my coffee chats, but it's just Florida humidity. So my apologies. Once that time is gone, it's gone. So when you go back and look at your year, and you have your year-end amount on your tax return, and it doesn't look the way you want it to, if you have a paper book and you're Betty Rubble and Wilma Flintstone and you're still using a paper book and a chisel and a rock, go flip back in that book or go back in your computer and look through the trends, and you'll see that up and down, up and down. You'll have an awesome week and a crappy week, and an awesome week and a crappy week. This technology, I used to sit on my day off and go through the reports and say, who hasn't been in, who's overdue, who can I reach out to? Then I had to compose an email and segment the email and only send it to certain people, because if it went to someone that already had an appointment, then they were pissed because they had an appointment and this was like a $20 off incentive. And they're like, well, what about me? I already had that appointment. It was a shit show. So we stopped doing it, and we started to just accept what was. We're like, oh, well, it's a slow day. We'll do a deep clean. Or we'll have some of the senior stylists do a class for the newer assistants. So yes, we use the time to do a class, which is awesome, but that doesn't always work out. You don't always have a model that's spontaneous enough to do it. You don't always have the senior stylist and the assistant available at the same time. It usually takes more coordination than that. So it's amazing that a product that is pure technology will do that while you sleep. You will be asleep and you will wake up with a new person on your book in that empty gap that would have been lost income for you and the salon. So whether you're in a suite by yourself or you're a small salon with 2 or 3 employees, it doesn't matter. Add up those empty spots and multiply it by the amount of money that should have come in during that time. And that hurts. That hurts both ends. It hurts the employee and the business at the end of the year. So I'm excited to be part of the Reach community and blogging for them and doing webinars for them, because I don't partner with any company that I don't believe is of value. I don't, talk about products that I don't think work. I don't work for any manufacturers. I'm completely brand free, and I'm choosing to remain that way. It's important to me to be organic and genuine and just authentic to the core of, if something sucks, I say it sucks. And, I won't get behind something that I don't think is amazing. And I just don't see any reason, from what I've heard so far, not to do it, especially with that guarantee, where if it doesn't do anything for you that month, you don't pay for it. Imagine if you could get rent like that, if your landlord said, if you're not busy this month, you don't have to pay rent. It's fine. We don't live in that world anymore, Everyone has bills to pay. So I hope that you'll take advantage of this free webinar. Even if you are not an owner and, you're an employee and you just want to hear about all the new ways that we're utilizing technology in the new normal, it's worth showing up for this webinar. It'll be, I believe it's only an hour. So it's 12:30 Eastern Standard Time on Monday. Some of you are off, some of you work. I'm not sure whether there will be a replay available, because it's not me hosting the webinar. So I would say sign up anyway, even if you don't think you can make it live, because there's a possibility that you can catch the replay. And I would love for you to see all the new systems that I've put into place to navigate the new normal. So if anybody has any questions, I'm going to check in. Leslie said, good morning. I was just watching Bullshit Balayage. Awesome, Leslie. I hope you'll try it. Hi, Sharon from Cali. I wanted to spend my summer in California, and it just wasn't quite the time with the whole COVID thing, with traveling. But I'm hoping next summer. It gets way too hot here. I mean, I don't even know why I bothered curling my hair. My husband calls me, oh my gosh, what was the comedian? Sam Kinison. He calls me Sam Kinison. If you don't know who that is, look him up. He was a crazy comedian with bald up top and crazy frizzy hair. That's what he calls me, because that's what I look like when I don't curl my hair, as you see. And I have a little bit of tiny little breeze blowing. So we had a coaching call for my Hair Color Secrets Insider members this month. The July call was amazing. We did some breaking down of some corrective work and how we got there and talked it through. And I talked about the in-person retreat. It's starting to fill up. So if some of my Hair Color Secrets Insider members are on here and you think you may be going to the retreat, figure out whether you're coming or not, because it's a small venue. It only holds 50, and the first 50 are going to get to come. And the hotel that's next to the retreat location is, I think they have like one room left that faces the water. So you can have a parking lot view, or you can find another hotel, but it is filling up. If you're not a Hair Color Secret Insider member and you're like, what retreat? That sounds so amazing. You still have time to become a member. You can join between now and then. The retreat's not till March. So as long as you are an existing Hair Color Secrets Insider member, you have the ability to come to the retreat. I have an amazing lineup of educators and special activities lined up that I'm super excited for. It's March in Clearwater Beach, Florida, which is amazing. It's beautiful when the rest of the country is frostbitten. It's like the perfect time to come here. So flights are going to get filled and hotels are going to get filled because it's spring break and everybody wants to be here in March. So thanks for watching my coffee chat. I hope to see you Monday at the Reach webinar, learning about this amazing new technology. And I hope to see you in the Hair Color Secrets Insider membership. It's always a good time to join. You spend a year with me. It's very strong hair color mentorship like you've never had before. And I'm happy to be your mentor and hold your hand through the whole process. And I promise you will be a different colorist at the end of your year with me and look at life completely different than you do right now. So thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Have a great rest of your week.